Welcome to Eskemoz, everybody. You know, I've always been fascinated by people, their stories, their struggles, their triumphs, and in understanding people, it's important to understand the environments they come from, the circumstances that shape their lives. In today's discussion, we're delving into the concept of class, specifically focusing on the unique characteristics of the upper middle class. This isn't about labels, but about recognizing patterns, choices, and values that often define a particular group. Are you curious to know if you belong to this class? Let's find out. Now, when we talk about the upper middle class, the first thing that often comes to mind is financial stability, right? But it's not just about how much they earn, but how they earn it. You see, the upper middle class, they often have this knack for creating multiple streams of income. They might have their primary careers, their 9-to-5s, but they're also exploring side hustles, investments, maybe even rental properties. It's not necessarily that they need these extra income sources to survive, but it's about building a safety net, a sense of security, and frankly, a bit of financial freedom. They understand that relying solely on one source of income can be risky, so they diversify, they explore, they create. It's about being proactive, about taking control of their financial futures. Now, let's talk about education. The upper middle class places a high value on education, both for themselves and for their children. You'll often find that they've invested time and resources in obtaining degrees, and not just from any institution, but often from well-regarded universities. This emphasis on education isn't just about acquiring a piece of paper. It's about opening doors, expanding horizons, and developing critical thinking skills. It's about investing in their future earning potential. And yes, it's also about social mobility. Education for them is a pathway to a better life, and they instill that value in their children from a young age. But here's the thing about the upper middle class that I find truly fascinating. They're not just driven by money. Yes, financial security is important, but it's not their sole motivator. They often find genuine passion and fulfillment in their professions. They're not just working for the paycheck, they're working towards something bigger than themselves. They're doctors who are deeply invested in their patients' well-being, teachers who are passionate about shaping young minds, entrepreneurs who are driven by innovation and creativity. This passion, this sense of purpose, it's what sets them apart. It's what allows them to find joy and meaning in their work, even when faced with challenges. Chapter 4. Going where the opportunities are. And speaking of challenges, the upper middle class isn't afraid to step outside their comfort zones. They're geographically mobile, willing to relocate, to move their families, to embrace new environments in pursuit of opportunities. They understand that growth often requires change, and they're not afraid to take the leap. This adaptability, this willingness to embrace the unknown, it's a testament to their resilience and their ambition. They're not tied down by geography, they're citizens of the world, ready to explore and thrive wherever life takes them. Chapter 5. The Power of Cultural Capital. Now, let's talk about something we call cultural capital. This isn't about money, it's about knowledge, experiences, and a certain level of sophistication. The upper middle class often possesses a broad understanding of the world around them. They're well-read, they appreciate the arts, they engage in meaningful conversations. They have this ability to connect with people from all walks of life, to navigate different social circles with ease. This cultural capital, it's not about snobbery, it's about being well-rounded, about being able to appreciate the finer things in life, and about engaging with the world on an intellectual and emotional level. Chapter 6. Quality over conspicuous consumption. Now, you might think that the upper middle class is all about flashing expensive brands, but that's not always the case. In fact, they often prioritize quality over conspicuous consumption. They'd rather invest in a well-made, timeless piece of furniture than the latest trendy item. They understand that true value lies in craftsmanship, durability, and classic style. It's not about showing off. It's about surrounding themselves with things that are well-made, things that bring them joy, things that will last. Chapter 7. The Importance of Financial Prudence. Now let's talk about finances again, because financial literacy is a hallmark of the upper middle class. They understand the importance of living within their means, of saving for the future, and of avoiding unnecessary debt. They're not impulsive spenders, they're strategic planners. They budget, they invest wisely, and they teach their children the value of financial responsibility. They understand that financial security isn't about being rich overnight. It's about making smart choices consistently over time. Chapter 8. Traveling with Discernment. Now, the upper middle class, they love to travel, but they do it with a certain level of discernment. They're not just ticking off destinations on a bucket list, they're seeking out authentic experiences, immersing themselves in different cultures, and creating memories that will last a lifetime. They might indulge in a luxurious hotel or a fine dining experience, but they also appreciate the value of a well-planned budget trip. For them, travel is about expanding their horizons, not about breaking the bank. The power of networks. Success in life is often about who you know, and the upper middle class understands the importance of building strong networks. They surround themselves with like-minded individuals, people who challenge and inspire them. They attend industry events, they join professional organizations, and they nurture relationships that can help them grow both personally and professionally. They understand that collaboration is key, and they're not afraid to seek out mentors and build alliances that can help them achieve their goals. Chapter 10. Speaking the Language of Finance. Let's be honest, the world of finance can seem intimidating, but the upper middle class, they make it a point to understand it. They're comfortable discussing investment strategies, they understand the stock market, and they know the importance of diversifying their portfolios. They're not afraid to ask questions, to seek out financial advice, and to make informed decisions about their money. They see financial literacy as a form of empowerment, a way to take control of their financial futures and build a legacy for their families. Chapter 11. Investing in Expert Guidance. And speaking of seeking advice, the upper middle class understands the value of professional guidance. They're not afraid to hire financial advisors, lawyers, or accountants to help them manage their wealth and plan for the future. They see these professionals as partners, as trusted advisors who can provide objective insights and help them make sound decisions. They understand that sometimes it takes a village to achieve financial success, and they're not afraid to build a team of experts to support them along the way. Chapter 12. Health is Wealth. Now, we've talked a lot about financial well-being, but the upper middle class also prioritizes their physical and mental health. They understand that a healthy body and mind are essential for a fulfilling life. They make time for exercise, they eat nutritious foods, and they prioritize their mental well-being. They're not afraid to invest in gym memberships, healthy meal delivery services, or therapy sessions. They see these investments as essential for maintaining their overall well-being and ensuring that they can enjoy the fruits of their labor for years to come. Chapter 13. A Legacy of Education. We've already touched upon the importance of education, but it's worth reiterating that the upper middle class is deeply committed to providing their children with the best possible education. They often opt for private schools, invest in tutors, and encourage their children to pursue extracurricular activities that foster their passions and talents. They understand that education is an investment in their children's futures, and they're willing to make sacrifices to ensure that their children have access to the best opportunities available. Chapter 14. Building a Strong Foundation for Success. And it's not just about formal education. The upper middle class also understands the importance of real-world experience. They encourage their children to take on internships, volunteer work, and part-time jobs that teach them valuable skills and expose them to different industries. They understand that success is often a combination of hard work, talent, and a little bit of luck, and they want to give their children every advantage possible. Chapter 15. Contentment and Self-Awareness. Now here's something truly special about the upper middle class. They often possess a sense of contentment and self-awareness. They're ambitious, yes, but they're not driven by a relentless need to prove themselves. They're comfortable in their own skin, they appreciate what they have, and they're grateful for the opportunities that life has afforded them. They understand that true happiness comes from within, and they strive to live balanced lives filled with purpose, meaning, and connection. Outro. Finding your path to an enhanced lifestyle. The upper middle class, as we've explored, stands distinguished by these 15 traits that combine ambition, stability, and sophistication. These aren't just markers of a certain economic standing, but reflections of values, choices, and a mindful approach to life. Adopting such habits and attributes could be a pathway to an enhanced lifestyle and reaching higher aspirations. Now, we'd love to hear from you. Do any of these markers resonate with you? Do share your thoughts and aspirations in the comments section. Remember, you are on Eskemoz, where we demystify the complexities of class and wealth. Stay tuned for more intriguing discussions.